Aloha. Welcome, everyone. I'm so honored to introduce Christina, who is such a powerhouse and inspiration in my heart and to so many people, who is living so connected to the land and with beautiful morals and values, and is rocking her life through really embodying what Purium is about and empowering people to shine their light as she shines hers. And I'm so grateful to be on your team and to learn from you and appreciate the guidance and leadership that you offer. So thank you, Christina.
Thank you so much, sweet Melissa Honeybee. I'm so honored to receive those words and so honored to walk this path with you, Mama. We're going to get to hear more from this pretty brand new brand partner and the success she's been having. Later in this call, we're going to actually get to hear a whole bunch of stories of what's happening. But before we get into that, I want to drop us in to, first of all, let's just for a moment here. Oh yeah, I'm signed up as Sarah, but I am Christina Amon. And go ahead and check your mute buttons, those of you who can. And also, if there is anybody that you really want to reach out to right now and make sure they're on this call, check who's here in the participants. See if there's team members of yours that you'd really love to have be here. Now is the time to reach out. So what I want to do is take us into what we just went through this weekend. We just had this massive promotion and a whole bunch of things came out of that. Obviously, we had some people who actually achieved the UBT, and we're going to hear some stories later on in the call. But for everybody here, wherever you're at, other things came out of that call. So drop in a 1 in the comments if that the rolling out of that promotion put you into action. Let's just celebrate everybody here who got into action because this particular promotion was rolled out. So let's see. Okay, so a bunch of people got into action. And drop a 2 if you got more comfortable and more familiar with the language of sharing Purium with people. So if you were like, wow, I'm really wow, just by getting into action, I get it more now. This promo got me into action, but now I'm seeing that I learned this language on a deeper level. I developed more fluency with it. Okay, awesome. So there's some 2s for sure, says Laura Williams. So that is a huge win. So celebrate yourself for that. And third, drop a 3 if you learned some really amazing lessons. Like maybe you got some really deep clarity on consistency, or how you're showing up, or where you want to be next time a promotion is rolled out, or how you use your time management. So these are also really powerful wins. And this is the beauty of a run. This weekend was a little mini run. It was like a little tiny ultra marathon in 2 days, and look at all the things that came out of it. Not only, and we haven't even heard the people who actually hit the thing, but look at how much everybody gained from that promotion being rolled out. How many more people in your networks got one more exposure to Purium because of that promotion? And that's really what it's all about. So just want to celebrate everybody here, because that's incredible what was just created. And what's really powerful about that happening in the first weekend of the month is that there's a tendency right around this time of month that there's all this energy at the end of the month, right? We're running. And then at the beginning of the month, we're all like, yeah, New Year's resolution kind of energy. I'm doing this, I'm all in, make all your commitments to yourself. And then it can be that by the first weekend of the month, a bunch of that energy's petered out. So drop a 4 if you can relate to that, if you've experienced that, like you were all in, you had those goals, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, what just happened? Like I just went away for the weekend and like I forgot what I'm doing here, and now it's even harder to get back into action because I fell off the wagon, and how do I do it again? So that is really an incredible gift that the company gave this, because we got to keep the momentum up. Like the balls are still in the air, right? Like we're still feeling like, whoo. And then, and then some people did take the weekend off, and that's fine too. Like celebrate that. If that's what you needed to do for yourself and your family, like there is no right or wrong. There's just opportunities, and there's times for this or that. And it's your journey. You get to do what you want to do with it. So I'm even celebrating all the people who just like needed to, do what you needed to do for yourself. So yeah, so Camille's super tired today from going hard. I definitely, when I saw it coming, I was like, okay, that's what I'm doing this weekend. I'm clearing the calendar, and this is the priority. I knew by Monday, like, okay, it's going to be a time to, take a pause, take a breath. So beautiful. I'm so happy seeing how many new names and faces are on this call that I've never seen before, people I know who are new, seeing you on your first mastermind. So go ahead and drop a 5 in the comments if you're new, say in the past 3 weeks or something like that, just so we kind of like can welcome all of you to the party. Great to have you here. Super excited that you said yes to yourself and to this movement. So now I'm going to take us into the place where we get to connect personally with the most important aspect of what it is we're even doing here. Drop a comment if you know where I'm going with this, if you know what is the most important seed of our entire business, our success. Yep, Stephanie hit it right there, and live our why. So if you feel comfortable closing your eyes, I'd love to just take us all deep into the insides of our inner terrain and really like connect with that place, because we can't do it too much in this business. If that's our number one most important aspect of what we're doing here, it is so powerful to connect with this every single day. No matter what rank you're at, no matter how many years you've been in this is still your inner fire. And it's constantly changing and evolving. So we get to go in and see what's there that we haven't seen before, and what new or revived or consistent feelings are we having about it. So if you're comfortable closing your eyes, I invite you to do that. Obviously not if you're driving or, taking care of children or whatever else you might be doing. But if that feels good to you, I invite you to drop into that quiet place inside, that place of stillness, and feel your feet on the floor or the earth, or your bottom on the seat or the ground. And just feel yourself coming into an even slower and softer and stiller place, just from taking a few deep breaths into this moment. And in that quiet place inside, from that place, start to imagine a future version of yourself. Maybe it's a year out from now, and you can see yourself living in the life that you have spent the next year creating. And in that life, you are actually living a reality where money is no object. You are completely free. You don't have to make a single decision based on what you can afford, just on what you desire, just on how you personally feel moved to show up every single day. So take a look around and see the home you're living in. What is the size, the shape? What are the materials it's made out of? What does the land around it look like? The size of that? Who else lives there with you? How are you spending your days together? Now imagine some of your most close, beloved family and friends. And now that you've taken care of everything in your inner zone, you have this freedom to reach out and see who else could use support. Who else can you take to the next level? Whether it's their shelter situation or their health, or some way somebody could use a hand up. And expanding from there, what other projects are you creating in your life? Is it your creative expression that's now fully funded to go as far as you've ever desired to take it? Is it a philanthropic endeavor that you're now completely financially backed to support in all of its fullness? Are there projects on your land, in your home, in your local community, in the greater global community that you can now finance? Is there travel that you've been yearning to do one day that you now have the freedom to do on your terms, in style, with those you choose to travel with? What about more education for yourself, for family members? Are there resources you now have available to you? And how about healing? Are there healing modalities you now have the resources to give to yourself or family members or friends? But really starting with yourself, what inner voice of self-healing are you now able to turn your attention to and say, yes, let's do this? Is it particular infrastructure that you set up in your home for healing? Are there other people that, therapists and body workers and healers that you can now afford to work with? Are there retreats you can now take yourself to? Or maybe you're now the host of retreats. And are there any other details that want to come into your vision in this future self where money is absolutely no object? And now feel yourself in your body here and on the chair or on the floor or on the ground where you're at, and feel that self in this moment merging with that future self. And form an alliance, an agreement to work together towards this vision. And take a deep breath into that alliance and open your eyes and bring yourself back into this moment, into this Zoom room with this whole community of dreamers and change makers and creators. We've grown actually since we closed our eyes. Our numbers have increased. So welcome to the new people. And I'm going to bring on a couple of people who are going to share their why with us. Let me just see here. Elle, are you here and do you feel ready to share?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, I'm here.
Wonderful. Thanks for being here. And yeah, your why and your expression and your heart has touched me so much since we've gotten to know each other just in the past few weeks. So I'd love to have you share that with everybody. Thanks for coming on today.
Thank you. I feel like I've always been a dreamer, and even if I didn't have that phrase of what my why is, when I think back over the years of my life, like that really what has been kept me going through so many struggles, is kind of this dream of a future life, and really going into the details of it. And coming to Purium and having that question asked to me, what is my why? I think that at first I understood it. You used a word that I was really feeling, is that it evolved and it keeps evolving. And at first I understood it as, you know, what do I want to what I want to do with my life, and kind of like, what is the destination on my life's GPS. And it's since kind of evolved more into, the powerfulness in my why is really right now about the importance of where I've been, and the struggles that I have overcome or am continuing to overcome. And it's really powering me towards that future self. My meditation for years has been showing gratitude and calling in abundance and ease. And in the last 4 years, I've had 3 babies. I had twins and another baby, and I was nursing and then pregnant and nursed through that, and pregnant again, and I'm still nursing. And I and before this batch of current kids, I have 2 older kids, and I was a single parent for 7 years with them. And all of this really builds into my why, because I came to Purium looking to feel alive again. I was beyond depleted all the time, and my body hurt with every movement. And I'm new, and it's been 1 month of using Purium products, and I can't believe that I actually feel vibrant and energized. Like, I literally could not remember a time that I could use those words about how I feel. So that is just so exciting. And connecting with people and sharing about Purium has been added into my why, because it's lit a fire in me. Like, now that I feel this for myself, I want to share it with everybody. I'm just so excited about it. And that really caught me by surprise, because I was going on the testimonies of others and it sounded great. And I was like, okay, I want to be part of this. I want that for myself. But now that I feel it, I've really embodied it. And, actually feeling my own inner power and vibrancy has allowed that prayer that I've always had of abundance and ease to really be felt. It's like, now I finally know that it is manifest and it is coming to be, just because I am really feeling it in my body. And even if the actual circumstances haven't changed yet, I can say that I know it to be true. So that's an amazing part of my why.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That is so powerful, how feeling that shift in our own body can create a feeling of abundance, right? Did anybody else like feel that when she said it? Just like, and maybe even resonate for yourself? Because I totally resonate too. Of it wasn't until the cellular structure shifted and I was being taken care of. My body was being taken care of in a way that it hadn't in a whole 40 years of being alive before, that I could then deeply feel, yes, I am taken care of as a human on this earth, and abundance is a reality. So thank you so much for bringing that in. I really appreciate that. And just like Sarah said in the comments, anybody else who had a vision of your why, please type it in the comments. This kind of stuff really inspires each and every one of us. And by putting it in writing, even if you've already put it in writing at the beginning of the month or yesterday, it is powerful to keep claiming these words, these visions for ourselves with consistency and repetition. So add your visions into these comments, and it helps other people grow the concept of what's possible. You know, drop a 6 in the comments if you came in and since the time you've been in Purium, your why has grown to become a bigger, beyond what you even consciously knew you were capable of deserving, of achieving, of living out. So that's what we can do for each other. We can help paint the picture of what's possible. And, you know, and if you have your phone, take pictures of what people are writing. Some of these are really beautiful to keep inspiring you, or put in your stories, just so that this is part of when we're sharing Purium with the world, we're sharing these whys, our own and other people's. I actually did a series of stories last week where I took a whole bunch of people from my team and Sarah, and I just put them. I was like, here's the why, here's what we're doing it for. And because people don't know, you know, they think they know, but there's so much more to it. And this is the core. This is the juicy stuff. So this is great stuff to share, and learning how to share your why. So thank you so much, Elle. And I have one more beautiful mama from my team I'm going to bring on here to share your why. Daniela, if you can come off mute. And this woman is pioneering Puerto Rico single-handedly, well, with an amazing team that she's been bringing in over the past 6 months. And just diving into a whole new language and working on creating this bridge for a whole new island and a whole new culture and a whole new language. And she's a beautiful farmer and mama. And just seeing if you're here. You here, Mama?
I'm here.
All right. Let us know your beautiful why.
Hey, thank you. I'm actually kind of emotional right now. Every time I go through that meditation of like connecting with my future self, it gets really intense. And yeah, my why has definitely evolved over the past couple of months. Like at the beginning, it was just, you know, spending more time with my babies. I have 2 boys, and you know, now it's definitely grown, and because I've seen the potential, and I've seen how immediately it can affect people's lives. So my why definitely starts out with my family and myself. I see myself quitting my job very soon, becoming a board member instead of an employee, because I don't want to keep depending on that job, even though I love what we do, and I believe in it. I want to be a part of it as a volunteer. I don't want to have to be there 30 to 50 hours a week. I want to be home raising my boys. I want to show them the world. We're unschoolers, so it's all about experiences, and I want to give them the world as their classroom. We have a list as a family. My son's is 7, and I've gotten him into this dreaming scheme. So we have a family list of the places that we're going to be traveling, and it's not a wish list. It's like, where are we going? So the list keeps growing, and that's really beautiful. And since the beginning, since that first conversation that I had with Sarah back in October when I signed up, one of the first things that I told her was how it was really important for me to get this in the hands of other Puerto Ricans. And that has not only stayed, has grown within me. I don't know how many people here know about Puerto Rico, but we're a colony. We've been a colony for 500 years, and it's been really, really hard to live in such oppression and such control, cruel conditions. And I see this as a vehicle and a tool to empower people to break away from this system that we're tied to. And I see it as a way of becoming our own resources and not depending on the local or the federal government. And I want to see more Indigenous, more Black, more Hispanic people being given this opportunity, because a lot of times we're not taught that this is something that we can dream for. And that's really, really important for me to allow this vehicle to empower individuals and allow myself to support a lot of individual or small grassroots movements that I know are definitely putting down the work day to day and not nearly getting compensated enough for what they're doing. So all of those things are definitely part of my why, including this little guy who just arrived. So yeah, it's definitely been growing, and it's a fire, and I just, I'm here for the long run.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Daniela. You're getting a lot of resonance and love in the comments. Yeah, I mean, I get fired up too on how we have such a powerful solution to some major, major problems in this world. And that's, in order to be able to acknowledge what the reality of this world, makes it a lot more, it's a lot easier when we're equipped with solutions. So thank you so much for bringing that in. And yeah, it's the word movement is really applicable to what we do. Drop a 7 if you resonate with that. If you've because I didn't necessarily catch that when I first came in, but I came to that point where I realized, oh wow, I'm really part of a movement. It's something so much bigger than all the little tips of the iceberg that people think this is, or we think it is, but there's so much going on. So thank you so much for speaking to the depths of that. And thank you for being your raw, emotional, vulnerable self. That isn't anything to apologize for or to think that it's like a distraction from what we're doing. That is what we're doing. We harness that and we allow that to fuel our inner fire. That's why it's called the why that makes us cry. And then we allow it to turn into the why that makes us fly. So yes, so much honor for you. And so now what I want to ask everybody, since we've all connected with our why, we know what we're in this for on a personal level, on a community level, on a global level, on an ethical level. We know what we're here for. What amount of dollar money would you assign to what you would need to fully make that happen? Even if it's in stages, but to really see like what amount would you need to be making each month in order to bring in that fruition, that to see that really come. And this can be edgy, right? People can get into that place of like, oh my gosh, I don't want to ask for too much. Like, I'm good. I don't need much. I'm humble. I'm modest. We get to work through our money wounds here and see where we have blocks to claiming this and start to step into the leadership of, if we're going to be the person who's claiming that dream and we're creating opportunities to support other people, that is going to require a certain amount of supporting ourselves, even just on the basic level, basic shelter, basic, you know, what our bathing facilities are like, or the maintenance on our house or our vehicle, you know, like how many moms are not driving safe vehicles because they can't afford it, you know, and putting kids at risk. So we're being really real with ourselves with these, like, every mom deserves to drive the safest vehicles on the market, like, right? Just period. And I would add, they should all be clean energy vehicles. And we have that technology, and it's just like a money thing. So just learning how to like claim that for ourselves and own that and know that we're worth it. So, okay, so we see some 20,000 a month, 8,000 a month. Oh, I love it. Allison has a whole like gradation here. It's chapter 1, 8,000 a month, and 15,000 a month, and 30,000 a month, 10,000, 12,000, 10 to 25,000. So, right? So 100,000 a month, says Sarah Rhinelander. I love that you put that in there, because I remember when she said that to me, she's like, I can see it. I see the day that I'm going to be making 100,000 a month. And I was like, what are you going to do with all that? And she was like, I'm going to buy up land and protect it from development. And I was like, right on. Now just imagine thousands and hundreds of thousands of people resourced to be able to protect what parts of the earth are left to protect, and then to rejuvenate and restore the parts that we can. That's what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. So, okay, so that is the next part, is to claim that and get cozy with it. Now the question is, what are you willing to do to get there? What are the tools that we have to make that a reality? And this is like the easy formula. You know, drop some of the answers in the comments. Like, what are the things that we can do to achieve that? And there's people on this call who have achieved major milestones in their financial reality by following these exact same steps. They're all the same tools. All right, so we have tracker sheet, I see in there. We have UBT every week. We have bringing in brand partners, which is leading with the business. We have follow-ups. I love that. Personal development, consistency, action plan, posting your action plan, onboarding people. So once you go through all those things and you bring someone on, plugging them in a powerful way. Changing our mindset, loving that. Team building team culture, team support. Love it. Okay, so, you know, and that's it. It's actually not an infinite list. There are very key pieces to how to make that happen, right? So everybody we all just went to I call it like the valley of dreams. We just stood at the edge of the valley of your dreams and you saw it. And there's people here saying, I can help you make that happen. Now here, let's chunk it down to the little steps. So it's taking a bigger dream and chunking it down into little goals. We create our goal for the month. And then we have mini goals for each week. We have the opportunity to hit the mini goal each week. And this is going to be the exponential growth to get to our monthly goal. This is the easiest way to hit our monthly goal, is to get these UBTs. So for those of you who are brand new, a UBT it's called the Ultimate Business Transformation, because it goes from you starting out at square one with your why to transforming that into massively getting closer and closer to that by bringing in free bonus points. So when you enroll 3 brand partners who also have smart orders on file of 50 points or more, you qualify, you get 500 extra bonus points towards your rank. So this is huge. And when it was rolled out in March, many of us were like, okay, that sounds really crazily impossible and kind of out there. So drop an 8 in the comments if that's you, if you're like, that just sounds so unattainable. Like I've already signed up 3 months ago and I've only gotten 2 brand partners in the whole time. How could I possibly get 3 in 1 week? So even those of us who have been achieving it had that same mindset. And this is where mindset is so important, because when you decide that that why is something that you are committed to and you will do what it takes to get there, you can shift your mindset to getting on board with that UBT. When you get on board with making the decision, I am going to hit that UBT no matter what happens within your value system, no matter what happens, but working in alignment with making that decision, things start to shift for you. So back in, I think it was the end of April is the first time that I hit a UBT. And I was also like, I wasn't bringing in 3 brand partners each week or any week. I think one time when I was running for Black Diamond brought in 3 brand partners in a day. And that felt like this rare thing. Well, it turns out anytime you make the decision and then you get into massive action, you're like, okay, I'm doing this. I need to just get out my tracker sheet, right? Getting best friends with the tracker sheet, and then sitting down and with your list. And your list is going to come from the list you made. It's going to be from people who are engaging on your posts and stories, and they're leaning into what you're putting out there, and you're going to be having conversations with them. It's going to come from going into a quiet space and saying, who is calling this into their life? Show me who those people are who want me to reach out. That's another way you can generate a list. You can go to the memory jogger and create a list. But it's just really getting, starting to see that everybody out there is looking for some kind of solution of some form. And if I reach out to them, we can get into a dialogue around whether or not they're open to looking and seeing if what I have is that solution that they're calling in. And I just keep doing that over and over and over again. And when we do that in 90-minute time blocks, it's so much easier because we're getting into a momentum of reaching out, and we got that language going, and we can send out similar messages to a whole bunch of people. And magnetically, we are bringing energy towards us. Now, all of a sudden, you'll find people are reaching out to you just because you're in that space where you're like, I'm showing up professionally for my business. I'm committed to my goals. I'm being consistent. These are all the qualities that the kind of people that you want to partner with are wanting to see in you. And so when that happens, people are going to, and then you start to make really cool posts and stories that are in alignment with that energy, and that starts to bring in more people. So it's the spiraling up effect that happens when you make the decision to show up and get into action and hit the UBT. So we are going to, and yes, UBT is going to help you to hit the fast start ranks. It's going to make it super easy to get to fast start director, because when you bring in those 3 people, you've probably hit consultant or are super close. And then those next 500 points bump you up to where you're like right there on your way to director, especially when you turn around and you help those new brand partners either hit their fast start ranks, start to share cards, or hit a UBT themselves. So the UBT, if you haven't gotten on board yet with just the idea that you're deciding to go for it. Again, if you remember the beginning of the call, the gold of the UBT isn't necessarily whether you hit it, it's what happens because you decided to go for it. Drop a 9 in the comments if you got what I just said. The gold is deciding that I'm going to make this happen no matter what. And it might happen that week, but it might happen the following week, because that's how it can work. You're planting all those seeds and they might be harvestable the following. But by deciding that, by committing to that, by being determined like that, you are automatically shifting everything in your business that you're wanting to shift to get to where you want to be. So with that, I'm going to bring on some people who hit our weekend 1,000-point UBT, which is so amazing. And the first person I'm going to bring on, I'm so excited. Mikkel is somebody that we haven't gotten to hear much of because she came in and has had a lot going on, as amazing people do in this world, and has recently made the decision to fully step in and claim it and build structure. So Mikkel has enrolled Mary Beth Fleming, who everybody here knows, and has been benefiting from that residual income and is going to take it to the next level by creating structure and starting to hit ranks herself. So Mikkel has been an African dance teacher to me, a mentor, a teacher to my children, running amazing summer camps. She's a full philanthropist. Well, we're going to hear her story, so I'm not going to give it all away, but I love you, Mama, and I'm so happy you're here to share with us your why and how you got on board with the UBT and what you did to get there.
Okay, gosh, I hope I have a little bit more than 5 minutes. Geez, I'm so excited to share with all of you. My name is Mikkel Anna Carrillo, and as Christina said, I kind of made the decision more recently to really jump in and commit. There are so many morsels that you've said today. I am like so excited to share. I want to say to Elle, thank you for your share. Awesome. I love it. And your energy around abundance and around meditation and spirituality, girl, that's what all I got so excited to, because this company resonates that. And they're really teaching people how to manifest and how to move through your programs and release your stuff and how to clear away the cobwebs so you can find success. So I love that. And it's part of my bigger why, because why I really got excited to jump in more full force this time really happened because of the COVID situation and the big shifts in the planet. I do a lot of schoolwork with children, etc. So all that was gone. I'm also a healer, do massage work and spiritual work, and a lot of that was gone, right? I was just doing phone sessions. And in this time, I also started a meditation channel, Mikkel Anna, YouTube, I'll drop it in the side, but it really focused what I got from this time, in this timing, is that what my job really is to do is help others have tools to peel the layers away to reveal the brilliancy of that which rests within. And really, I believe that's the only game in town right now. I believe that's the only thing that is important to be doing. And that if we don't do that, there's no point in anything else. Because really, that is the key to having the life you want. It's the key to everything Christina's talking about. It's the key to all of us manifesting our dreams. The key is free your mind. Free yourself. Free yourself. Find your passion and your grace in your body. Know that you are a divine goddess of light. That is what we are here to do. And I got really excited because honestly, I've been on the bus a long time. I woke up a long time ago. I've been peeling away the trauma and the layers for 22 years. I got my last big core wound. I am free. I'm a free sovereign being. I'm here to help others awaken into their freedom and their sovereignty. And I saw the magic during all of this of how powerful Purium can be to awaken people. You awaken your family, awaken your friends. They can't get there until their body's not so dense. They can't get there until they can hold higher vibratory frequencies. They can't see any of that until they can get in the vessel a little bit enlivened, a little bit flowing to receive. Once that starts happening, 3 parts, do the Purium, do my meditation channel, and peel away the layers, and sweat every day, exercise, and make action each day towards what you want. And boom, you are living the dream. And that is how it works. And I got so excited because this is like simple. Here's all in a box. Here's your core 4. Here's the whole program. They walk you through it. Not only that, this company, Sarah Rhinelander, Christina, Monica, these people who have been doing this day in, day out and creating this vision I commend you. I'm so honored to be with you. I'm so grateful to be with you, because I tell you what, you've been creating a system that trains Jedis, that trains people how to manifest, trains people how to look at themselves, trains people how to show up. And that is the essence of being awake. That is the essence of standing in consciousness, period. So Purium is a vehicle to help all of us get to consciousness and help us spread consciousness and keep money inside of a conscious company with a light starseed who's leading the pack and bringing down vibrations and phytochemically mastering formulas to heighten the vibration of your body so you can receive all the rest, right? So you can do all the rest. That's what got me so excited about Purium during this time is, you know what? And my first why was honestly because I run a nonprofit. 7 years, my partner and I have a nonprofit. We've been building a school in Guinea, West Africa. I saw some of you saying on there, you want to build a school in another country. We've already done it. You can start supporting today. You can donate today and help us. We have been bringing clean water filters, medicine. I have a full pharmacy, natural health pharmacy on the ground in Guinea. We we bring students internationally every year to study with my partner, who is an amazing being. And we have been activating and helping solar lights. 7 years, I've spent 7 winters in Guinea. It was a lot of peeling away the layers and also a lot of giving. But I'm stubborn, people. So I had to send myself to a foreign country for seven winters to be by myself, where I can't speak to nobody and I can't talk to no, I can't go anywhere, so I can deal with myself. So I hope you're not as stubborn as me, and I hope you can do it, supported and loved by this gracious community of amazing beings who are literally lifting all of us, all of you, up into evolvement, into working, into having everything. That it's not just about Purium, it's really about a consciousness. It's really about walking and believing that you can have all this, right? Knowing that you are worthy, knowing you are loved, knowing you are valued, knowing you are seen. And when you feel all of that, there's no filter to take you down a program and down a road you don't want to be on, right? Okay, I could go on forever. I love this stuff. If you want to talk to me more, please reach out. I'll put my YouTube on the side. Okay, my why, the UBT. So I made a choice. I'm going for this. And really, we already set up a second line. I've been saying I'm going for it the last 2 months. Been so close to hitting diamond. And it was 96% last month. This month, it's totally happening. I think it's already done. And maybe even beyond. And I'm no limitations. The only limitations are the ones we put on ourselves, right? So anything is possible. So never put a limit, because anything can happen. Put it out and see what comes back, right? And be unattached to the exact format. That's always tricky. So Kisi Dugu Foundation and Guinea was my original and still is. Obviously, I want to help I'm a philanthropist on a shoestring. I'm ready to be a philanthropist with a whole lot of resources. And all of you are part of that, because honestly, all of you are going to be making millions too. All of us are in prosperity. And all of us, then I'm going to be saying, hey, sisters, family, folks, and I'm saying it right now. If you're making a lot of money right now, I've got a vehicle for you to donate some people to Africa to bring, because we need to spread it out. So that got me excited about my third line, because what I have to do is have 3 lines rocking to get my goal. I've got the points because of Mary Beth and her amazing goddesses of teams. And wow, these women have inspired me beyond, beyond, beyond. If it wasn't for, they kicked my ass, because if I don't do something, I'm crazy, right? So literally, I just, like, they're amazing. So I want to props to my entire team, Christina's team, our team, Sarah's team. We're all together. We're all one, all of our team. So I decided to do that. And the third line I'm creating is actually Sister Daniela. I love you, and it is in alignment with what you were talking about. Girl, I'm a Latina. I'm a Latina from Denver, Colorado originally. I literally lifted myself up. I live on the big island of Hawaii. I own my own home. Honestly, I am living the dream. I am living the dream. Straight up, I really don't need more for myself. I really, really need more for people, for others. I need more to help others and to help more in my community. So my line that I just brought in on this UBT was actually already rocking, because Spirit's been moving with me. I did not know about the promotion until she told me on Friday, and I was like, oh, I'm already in it. Give thanks. I'm already doing that because that's what's
¿Qué
going
pasó?
down. I made the choice. Friday morning, I enrolled my sis, Nani Zapita, who I don't know if she is here on the call, but I hope so. But she is amazing. Mayan Kasha, young Mayan goddess, ambassador of her people. And she is a spiritual, just a spiritual love. And I'm so excited to have her in this team. We signed up, our nonprofit is in this team, and supporting that nonprofit. And actually my mom is in this team, the Latina of Latinas, because she pulled her way up her bootstraps and gave me opportunity to literally bounce from where we were to where I live now. And that is all on her for paving the way and telling me there was nothing I could not do and that I could do anything I put my mind to all of my life. Thank you, Mama. She continues to be my biggest supporter and a spiritual goddess herself and a light worker. And she's the first person I call when I got to hit some heavy clearings. So at any rate, Mama's on there. And my sister Sala, Tita Sala, she is a Western Samoa goddess. 20 years, we were like met right when I moved to the Big Island. She is family. She is like blood to me. I can't say enough about her, but she is an ambassador for people. She's honestly a princess of her people. She's the daughter of the chief. She is next in line. She left. She's not doing that. She did not take over the village because she went out to spread her culture and to plant seeds. And she's literally spreading light everywhere. She's in Alaska right now, being the light. And she's a weaver, a machete wielder. I mean, a dancer, a teacher, an educator, just an amazing goddess. And I'm seeing her help people in Samoa. I'm seeing us support her village. I'm seeing us build whatever's needed there. I'm seeing us support Nani in her culture in Mexico. I'm seeing that happen. I just brought in my sister, Kamei Harris, who I don't know if it's on here, but she is an amazing powerhouse dancer, mama, African-American, beautiful goddess who lives in California, is raising her babies, doing the best that she can do. She just needs some support and some power, and to bring up my brothers and sisters, because I'm here to let's lift each other up. We need to be empowering our brown and black folk, because you know what? We need this. All of us need this, but I offer to all of you, my beautiful white friends, it really ain't about all that. Honestly, we're all one. But in this paradigm, in this 3D reality, we got to address some stuff. So let's help each other do it. Let's help each other rise. I want to give more tools to more of my people, to more of the things that need to happen. And I want to support you in what you want to do. And I'm here. I'm all in at this point, and I thank you guys and I want to shout out to Christina big time, because y'all need to really know how I got here in the first place, because it might also inspire you. Christina called me and wrote me maybe a year off and on. And I was like, I am not into this. This girl, she's going for it. I love that she's growing. It's so cool. But, I'm busy. I run 2 companies. I got a whole nutrition plan already. Mine is dialed, I don't need anything. I'm like, I'm good, And so she just was persistent. Finally, she was, girl, I am coming to your class today. I am taking your class. I'm giving you aminos, and I'm giving you this drink, and you're going to drink it, and I just want you to try it. I'm like, all right, fine, okay. She comes over, literally feeds it to me. Literally feeds it to me. I do it, I dance, and I'm like, oh my God, my muscles are springing. I feel it immediately. I'm like, I can jump so high. Holy cow, this is amazing. I'm like, I'm in, I'm totally in, but I don't have time. Will you help me? Can you run the stuff? Can you do whatever you do? Can you do? And she did, and she did, and she did. And you know what? She's held that space for me this whole time, working it, being about the whole, about the line, about everybody, and making it happen. And she knew that this would serve me. She knew that I could run with this. She knew I would love it before I knew it. And she was persistent without being sometimes on the edge, but she did it. She made it happen because she followed what she understood and what she felt in her spirit. And she didn't get weird or anything. She just was persistent and loving. And that's it. You're like, I just care about you, girl. I just know you're going to love this. And honestly, I spent 2 winters in Africa last year. 4 months total last year in Africa. I danced 6 hours a day, not sore at all. Not once. I had Purium products all through Guinea, and I had other products this last 6 years prior. So it was a difference. It was amazing. Okay. So I am really excited about what these products can do, and what the Biomedic can do to free people, get the glyphosate out, get the fluoride out, and expand the mind. Don't let that pineal gland calcify. We got to get these people going. We got to ignite the fires, and we can do it. We can do it because we are the awakeness. We are the Christ light. And we're here to pull away the trauma. So if you got trauma you're dealing with, please do my meditations. I'm telling you, they're designed to peel away the trauma. I had a lot of trauma, peeled it away. I'm here to help.
We
Love you guys.
We have 2 more people, so I'm gonna.
Okay, I love you so much. And I'm so excited, and I love all of you. And thank you. I hit the UBT for us, and I'm so grateful. We're rocking.
Yes, thank you so much. So I just want to highlight what Mikkel said here, which is that she's had diamond points as long as Mary's had diamond points, which is a year. And it wasn't until she got locked in with the UBT to help create this other structure that she can now hit her real goals. So just really take that in of how powerful this piece is. She just brought in 1,000 extra points to multiple people in her line. So that's incredible. And thank you for everything. I could highlight a million things, but I'm not in the interest of time. So everyone's just gonna have to soak that in, check the replay, take your notes, share it far and wide. Love you, Mikkel. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we have another person who hit the UBT, Melissa, who opened the call. Melissa, Mama, you are amazing. You came in with all the same allergic reaction to MLMs that the rest of us have had, and you just ran with it. And here you are. And so tell us a smidge of your why you decided the UBT is going to help you get there and what you did to get there.
Thank you, Christina. I just want to say this right here is why we come to Zoom calls. I have been to every single Zoom call. Can you hear me? You can hear me. Okay. I've been to every single Zoom call and I receive so many nuggets every single time. They totally transform me on this path to more focus every single time. So I could say a lot. And the first thing I really want to say is that I'm a community organizer. And a couple of years ago, the plants totally lured me in and said, enough of that, we need your full attention. And I've been on this path activating my herbalist within me, the elder within me that was pissed that I waited so long. Anyway, I am full focus on listening to the plants and supporting them and supporting people receiving the medicine. And something landed in this call that was so powerful for me, which was just the reality around what Purium is and how it supports bodies to clear out so we can even receive these herbal medicines that much more. And so the biggest part of my why is to support people in connecting to the plants and to let the plants be heard and to have better avenues to support people. And I just jumped off of a mobile apothecary journey where I was traveling in the Pacific Northwest, listening to the plants, collaborating with herbalists, and gathering donations for the Mauna Kea Kia'i. And it is the protectors of our sacred mountain in Hawaii. And I want to show up even more to support all these epic projects that are coming through and that we've been creating and that are coming through, especially during this time where we've had this pause, this sacred pause to really go deeper in our vision. And so this has been, the question and the guidance around what is the why has been so powerful because I've pushed it away for so long. And just being in this flow of I trust, and I trust spirit guiding and all my needs being met. And I could be way more productive when I show up with finances and I can support the collective. So anyway, one tool, I just want to say, all these tools that are laid out are what's up. They're there, even though I like to do my own thing and not follow the rules. I've realized there's success here and they've been working for so many people. And one thing that I do is when people share their interest and they're not ready yet, I have a list on my very first tracker sheet on the side, on the left. And I continue to circle back with those people and tune in, how are you feeling? And not being afraid to follow up because so many people need those nudges, forget to check out the link because life is full. And at first I was really intimidated by am I going to be bothering people? And I'm not trying to push anything, I'm not trying to sell products. I'm trying to support transformations. And Yeah, so continuing to follow up and using the tracker to see when I did message that person, so I'm in balance. And the other key piece, I've hit the UBT a couple times, and it really has activated this like run for my dreams. And a couple times I had 2 brand partners and was cutting into the hour, like close to the hour of, the completion of the week. And I looked at my side list and I was like, you know what? This best friend of mine told me she wanted these products, but maybe wasn't ready yet. I'm like, I can call her and be totally honest and real. And it's been a game changer to call my best friend up and be like, I know I heard you say you want this. And to be real, like if you order these products and have them ready for you, you'll start and take care of your body so much quicker if they're in your face. And also, full transparency, I am reaching a goal. And if you actually got it tonight, it would help me get the goal. And the support, the friends are like, yes, I would love to do that. And that's what actually brought me in, because my dear sister Allison was about to reach her goal. And I was told that. And I'm like, hell yeah, I'll say yes right now. I'm all in. And it's kind of cool how that's kind of rippled out. And I'm grateful for Christina reminding me to be honest, because why not? That's what's up. Being honest. And reach out to the upline for any questions. And anytime there's a block, I mean, it's so helpful to be witnessed in our stuck stuff. And often, when I call and say I'm having a meltdown right now, just being heard, it moves really quickly. And then I'm like back. And then the other key piece I've spoke to before about, if only reach out to anyone when you're feeling it, because the energy ripples out. And if I need a moment, if I have this idea that I have to do something and I'm not really feeling that inspiration, I take myself on a walk and spend time with earth, or do something that really nourishes me, and get back to tuning in, because people are like, yes, I feel you feeling this, it works. And so just feel your inner passion and inspiration. That's where I'll leave it. Thank you so much for being on this journey together.
Yes. Awesome, Melissa. So this woman just hit the weekend 1,000-point UBT. And I wish I had my numbers in front of me, but she's like hit thousands of points of UBT. And I mean, how long have you been enrolled? Like
a month,
something like that. Like this woman came in, it's like the imprint, right? We come in with a UBT. We're like, that's what we do. That's normal. That's just what is. The rest of us are like catching up. Like, what? Huh? UBT, 3 people in a week. She came in with that. That's just like, that's what is. And this woman has been hitting it like most weeks or half the weeks or something, something huge. I think you've single-handedly gotten more UBTs probably than anyone else on our team, but it's a whole lineage between Erica and Allison and Melissa. These women are just like seeing the possibility of like, well, if I hit it, I'm going to inspire everybody in my downline to hit it, or at least run for it. And it's all beneficial. And when they hit it, I'm going to be getting all those points too. So it's this like amazing, like I've watched these women show up for the UBTs so powerfully. And that's why the double ranks are happening, and the triple ranks, and and the ranks at all, and the fast starts and all of that. So get on board with the UBT if you're not already on board with the UBT. And I want to just say thank you to everybody sticking on past the hour. It's been an incredible call, and we have one more amazing share. Let me just confirm. If you're inspired to come on, Michelle, we have just one more woman. This woman hit the Fast Start Consultant. And if it feels like it's gone too late, okay, yeah, you're down. Okay, awesome. So Michelle is somebody, I'm going to bring in this concept of tap rooting. Michelle's brand new, just hit Fast Start Consultant. I hadn't even met her on a Connect call or anything, but she was showing up. I could tell she was raising her hand. She was like, I'm doing the things, I'm hitting the Fast Start. Her upline was had storms down in Mexico and didn't have reception and wasn't able to be there for her for a couple of days. But I saw her being in activity. And I was like, all right, let's go, girl. Let's do this. Fasted. It was her day 10. She was about halfway there. So Michelle, can you come on and tell us a little bit about your why you decided getting the fast start was important, and then what you did to make that happen in that last day?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first, the reason why I decided to, to be with Purium, it was because, and first of all, let me just say this, my English is not my first language, but I try to, to share it. So, I recently lost my job. I was laid off due to the, what's going on with the virus, and they were just like, okay, you can't work here anymore. We have to let a lot of people go because we cannot pay you anymore. And I was like, well, what I'm gonna do now? I'm like, okay, I was with them for a while, and it was, great company and everything. But I was also like tired of, just having that type of job. I was doing, I was a collector doing billing and collections. So I was like, you know what, maybe this is a new opportunity to make something different. And let me just share this real quick. Last year, I was in a really bad accident where it was a bus accident. I almost lost my life there, and this accident, and I was like feeling so like depressed, tired. I have no energy to do nothing. And then this happens to me, and I'm like, okay, what I'm gonna do? I'm a single mother, and I was like, okay, this is a good opportunity for me to heal my body by eating, this type of food that I've been vegetarian 8 years. So I was like, oh, great. I'm just gonna, take something that I like. I always like to eat well. And I was like, okay, well, this is great. I'm going to eat this and then this, share it. And at the same time heal my body. So I was like, okay, let's do this. And then, so the way I, share this with it was with my family and my friends. Just wake up early, at 6 or 6:30 in the morning. I'll just start sending texts, be like, okay, yeah, I relate to that. I was feeling that way before. I was feeling tired or sad, just be just relate to what they're feeling as well. So I was like, you know what, I might have a solution for you. I can share that with you if you want. And then what I've been doing is just like sharing like 2 or 3 videos about the product, and just like, okay, we'll take time to watch the videos. If you have any questions, let me know. And right away, people will be like, okay, I want to try this. And then just offer the transformation or the Core 4 package. And people are like, okay, well, let's do it, but also like, accident, because a lot of people know about the accident that I had, and they're like, you know what, I noticing because your stories that you've been posting, I noticed that you look better, there's a glow on your face, and I see that you also lost some weight, so you do look great, and I want to try this as well. So that's why I did it, and yeah, I'm very happy to be a part of this team.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. I just want to say, Michelle, I didn't get from you that there was any option that it wasn't happening. It was like, I was kind of even like, oh, she's only halfway there. I've never even met her. I've never worked with her. I don't know. But she didn't hold that. She was like, yeah, I'm getting Fast Start Consultant today. Absolutely. Like, this is happening. And she was just like, okay, what do I need to do? What can I do? She was coachable. I gave her some ideas of ways she can make posts and reach out, and she just got into action, and she didn't quit until it was over. She got, and she went to bed late. It was, I know you're like somewhere towards the east, so it was later there. But it was just a beautiful run. You totally showed up for it. You showed up for yourself and your dreams and your daughter and everything. And just, that's what's possible. Halfway to Fast Start Consultant, less than half actually, on the 10th day of Fast Start Consultant, and there wasn't an option in her mind that it wasn't happening, and then worked in alignment with that decision. So Excellent job, Michelle. Congratulations to all the people who achieved amazing ranks and bonuses and everything in this last week and month. And also to everybody who's just showing up anyway, who's showing up to make every day a new day, every decision a new decision, to relaunch and transform, to step into a new mindset, to expand your why, to expand who you're doing it for, even beyond ourselves, but definitely first for ourselves. And thank you to everybody who shared today. Like, wow, so amazing. Bowing, I'm inspired. Like, let's get out there and keep sharing this gift, because people are deeply praying for solutions, and we have major solutions. Love you guys. Thanks, everybody. Tracker Sheet, UBT, these are your new best friends. The rebels who are learning how to follow the rules. Here we go.
Thanks, everyone. Really powerful today.